I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So the Minnesota Vikings request to interview/speak to Sean Desai from the Seattle Seahawks, defensive coordinator/assistant head coach. Also, they request to speak to/interview Saints defensive coordinator as well as defensive line coach Ryan Nielsen. If you ask me, good interviews. Why not clear everything across the board? Let's start with Sean Desai. You got a Seattle Seahawks defense, had a lot of rookies, rookie cornerbacks. They didn't have a horrible defense, had a pretty good takeaway defense, right? One thing their defense did was fly around the ball and be physical. No, they weren't the best defense in the NFL, but for all the young talent, young players they had, he did a good job, heavy, with the personnel he was given. Same guy interviewed with the Vikings last year. They went with Ed Donatel. Obviously now we see that was the wrong move, heavy. But now the Vikings have a chance to make up for it. Sean Desai, younger coach, not 40 yet, may relate more to the players. Probably has the mentality of defense needs to be fast, defense needs to be physical, quick and aggressive. I saw the Seahawks play a couple times. You know, their defense wasn't bad. They had a lot of young players, rookie cornerbacks, etc. But one thing they did do or try to do was, fly around, apply pressure, heavy. So he could be a good fit for the Vikings if they can get the right personnel in. But it's good they're looking at a younger guy with more influence, been around the game, been around some legends, Pete Carroll, great coach, man. Still doing his thing, has a great way of getting guys up for the game. They play hard for him no matter what. Every team he has plays hard for him, heavy. So I'm sure that has rubbed off on Sean Desai, probably a plus. But we'll see what happens, man. But the Vikings, once again, like I said in previous videos, Kevin O'Connell must make the right hire, heavy. They also requested to interview Ryan Nielsen, Saints DC. Now, he's done a great job with the Saints defensive line year in, year out. They've been top 3 in sacks since he has been there, correct? And we talk about the trenches, how important the trenches are, how the games are really won in the trenches no matter what no one else says, especially in playoff time. And we've seen that just from the divisional round heavy. But Ryan Nielsen, another solid defensive coordinator. The Saints defense was solid, They weren't great, but they had a down year this year. But their D-line is always on point, always physical, always aggressive. The Vikings need help in that area. And I'm sure he will be good at eyeing, observing, bringing in the right personnel, understanding what type of players are needed for his scheme, heavy. And I'm sure he will put them in the best situation. But Saints defense has been a solid one as well over the past 4 or 5 years, heavy. Not perfect, of course. Whatever reason that is, lack of personnel, rebuilding, coaching differences. It's a lot of factors that play into certain things, man. But the Vikings making the right moves, hiring guys, not rushing to pick a certain guy. But they must hire the best guy for the job. They cannot afford to make the wrong hire this time around. The whole Vikings defense is revamped, right? Seems like that's the direction it's going in. So they must start by hiring the right guy for the job, period. Brian Flores, like him a lot. DC coordinator from the Broncos, like him a lot. Even the college coordinator I'll talk about later from Wisconsin. He might be a good fit, but they have to interview these guys, ask certain questions, read their energy, be on the same accord at the end of the day, and make sure they're both all going in the same direction. But I tell you one thing, whoever they hire, he must be a defensive-minded guy, and he must coach and preach physicality on his defense, flying around on his defense, aggressive speed, man, flying to the ball, reacting football. That's the guy they need to hire, man. Who's going to bring that mental toughness, mental fortitude, physically and mentally, though. That can make guys want to play for him, turn up for him, believe in the system, believe in the process, who can put the players in the best situation, utilize them so they can reach their maximum potential. Heavy. Vikings have solid players in some different spots. Some rookies who look promising. They just have to be developed right? Put into the best situations possible. So yeah, man, it's a process, heavy, part of the process, but you gotta trust it, right? Part of the KOC learning curve, made a mistake. Don't make the same mistake twice. But the Vikings must hit on this hiring. He must be the right guy for the job, period, heavy. Big SKOL here, man. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments, how you feel. Who do you feel they should hire? Feedback is much appreciated. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on, so you know when I'm dropping. Heavy. Let's get to it. SKOL forever. Oh, me. Oh, me. I ain't got no picture, hear me? SKOL like that. Heavy.